Hello everyone, eating some popcorn after my tea, don't even care, starving. Sorry about the mess, but this is the life of a fitness instructor. It's not glamorous, it's hair all over the place, sweaty mess, but you know, food came first. So sorry for everyone coming on late, 15 minutes late, but I got caught in football traffic coming home from my class and I had to eat when I got in because I actually thought I was going to pass out, so I was like, I need to eat something. So the point of this live tonight is I put like a little rant-ish on my Instagram story this morning, and it was about like abs and how like people have this big thing of like wanting to get abs and that, and like about the misconception of it. So I'm sorry, I'm just gonna have to keep eating this popcorn because I'm so hungry. So I got my Christmas songs in the background, can you hear them? Got a bit of wham. So it was a misconception. By the way, you probably don't get abs by eating popcorn, but as people say, it's Christmas. Anyway, I'm going off tangent again. So I put a post up on Instagram this morning about abs, because I hear it a lot, I see it a lot, and people think the way to get abs is by working your abs, and it's not true. So if you are doing lots of ab work, there's nothing the matter with that. If you're going to abs classes, that's fine, I teach one, but I don't make out that's how you're going to get abs. So if you're going to, let me just share this on my Facebook page, although last time I shared it, the whole video went off, so hopefully it won't. But if you're wanting to get abs, a flat stomach, whatever like that, and you're going to the gym and you're training abs and stuff like that, you're doing planks, you're doing ab workouts, and you're beasting your abs basically. Let me just share it before I carry on. I can't spell when I'm typing. Like, what is even that word? So yeah, so let's go again. So if like you go in the gym and you're training abs and you're like, I want to get a six-pack or whatever, or you want to get flat abs or you want to get abs, and you go in the gym and you're beasting your abs and you're going to all these ab classes and you're training hard and you're like, why aren't I seeing results, why aren't I seeing results? I'll just do more and more and more. That's not the answer. Doing more is not always the answer, and pretty much most of the time it's not the answer. So what it is say you like, if you're gonna go and do abs but your diet is shit, your nutrition is awful, if you are stressed, so your stress hormone cortisol, if you're stressed, your stress hormone goes up, guess what the body stores? Fat, because it goes into fight or flight response. So if your nutrition and your diet is shit, if you're stressed to the max, if your hormones are out of whack, so again, high levels of cortisol hormone, if your hormones are out of whack, and if you're not getting good quality sleep, and it's about quality sleep, then no matter how many sit-ups, abs curls, mountain climbers, planks you do, you will not get abs. So I'm sorry to burst anyone's bubble who thinks that they go to the gym all the time and I do cardio and abs, and I can guarantee you, if your hormones are out of whack, if you're stressed to death, if your diet is shit, and if you are not looking after yourself from the inside out, you are not going to get the results, and it is pointless, so you might as well just stop doing the workouts. Sounds funny, and the whole cliche of abs are made in the kitchen, don't really like it. It's a bit cheesy, makes me cringe a little bit, but there is some truth in the matter. You cannot outrun a bad diet. So you can train as hard as you want, but if your diet is shocking and you are eating crap and you are stressed to death and you just feel like you're going to explode, if you're not sleeping properly, if your hormones are all out of balance, these workouts are pointless. Okay, they're not pointless, let's just say this. They're not pointless as in if it keeps you sane and it gets that fuzz that's in your head, but we're not talking about that today. What I'm talking about is if you're looking to gain something, if you're looking to gain like the abs or the flat stomach and get the legs and the tones, but the rest of, so what you do with that 1 hour in the gym is fine, but what are you doing with the next 23 hours of the day? So if you're coming to the gym and you're being amazing for that hour, that's fantastic. But then if then you leave the gym and you're stressing yourself out, then you're not getting enough sleep, you're sitting on social media all the time, you're putting crap into your body, you're not looking after yourself, then you've just cancelled out that 1 hour in the next 23 hours. So it's not just what you do while you're there, it's what you do when you leave. If you do a really good workout, why would you then want to go and fuel your body with shit? Why wouldn't you want to put something in your body to reflect on how you're feeling on the outside? And that's what it's all about. So even though the cliche is, oh, abs are made in the kitchen, it makes me cringe, seriously, but it is true, and it is partly true. So if you're going and you're going, I'm doing all these planks and I'm doing all these sit-ups and this is what I'm doing and I'm not getting anywhere, look at the other stuff. Like, if your diet is shit, and I mean really bad, like, I know people who like go to the gym and then go to Chippy on the way home, like, as if you've rewarded yourself. Like, you're not a dog. Like, you don't reward yourself because you've done something. Like, dogs, oh, look at the dog, it's like, it's had a poo outside, let's give it a biscuit. Like, don't be rewarding yourself like that. Like, I'm making it all. I know I always joke and I say, oh, the only reason I work out is so I can eat. Well, yeah, okay, it probably is, but I eat the right stuff, and it's about fueling your body. And it's going to sound blunt, and some people aren't going to like this. Yeah, Laura, it is true. Like, people aren't going to like this, and they're going to be like, oh, whatever, I'm still going to go and do my ab workout. Okay, well, come see me in a year then when you haven't got anywhere. I'm not doing it. I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm not trying to be an arse. I'm trying to like help people. So if you're, and it's not just about abs as well, but it was just one that I'd seen on a few posts that someone had posted, so I needed to do it. But if you're not getting results, like, in general, have a look at the other stuff. So have a look at your nutrition. You might think you're eating healthily, and you might not be. The best thing I say is make a food diary. And if you want to make a food diary for the week and you want to email it over or send it over to me, I'll put my email address in the comments underneath here. If you want to send it over to me and let me have a little look over it, feel free. Obviously, I'll do that for free. That's fine. But make a note, because if you're not making a note of what you're eating, sometimes you don't realise. And then once you start writing it down, you're like, oh, actually, I had like a packet of crisps and like a banana, and then he had some toast, and then he had a chocolate bar because like, I was hungry. But sometimes we don't realise that because we've ate it, and it's like kind of like being a snack on the go. And look at other things like, are you getting enough sleep and getting enough quality sleep? Not just like, oh yeah, I'm getting 5 hours, but is it 5 hours of quality sleep, or is it just tossing and turning? Have a look at like how stressed out you are and other things that make you stressed. So look at like work, and look at home, and look at lifestyle, and what's stressing you out. You always feel like you're on edge, if you always feel anxious, and then are your hormones out of whack? Do you feel like, especially with women, time of the month, do you just feel like you're all over the place? Have you got like thyroid problems and things like that? And these are all going to affect you getting results. So it's not just as simple as, I'm going to go to the gym and train, and then everything will be okay. And then what happens is people don't see results, and then people stop. And it could all be solved if we looked at the bigger picture. So it's like everything's like a cluster, and exercise is just one little bit of it. And we've got all these. So think of like a jigsaw puzzle, and exercise is just one piece. And Laura, this makes me really happy. I'm so glad, because this is why I do these lives. And you think of it like a jigsaw puzzle, and like, so exercise is just one piece. And if you've got exercise and then you're trying to fit a shit diet in, the pieces aren't gonna go together. But if you've got other things, everything's gonna come together. I talk with my hands, don't I? It could have been an aerostess if I weren't scared of flying. So seriously, like, don't be giving up, and don't be like getting disheartened, but it's looking at the other stuff as well, and not just saying, well, you know, I go to the gym 5 times a week and I beast myself. And then you say, oh, what do you eat? Well, yeah, I have 2 chippies, and then I have like a meal deal every day for my dinner, and I have about six Christmas coffees a week. Oh yeah, and I don't really sleep that much, and I'm a bit stressed out at work, and yeah, time of the month hasn't been so good. I have really heavy periods, but I go to the gym 6 times a week, so okay, I've got no comment to that, really haven't. Your body is always trying to tell you stuff, but we don't listen. So you say, I'm really tired, and your body's like, hello, and then you go, I feel really stressed out. Hello, my skin's gone awful, like I feel really bad, like I'm eating really bad, and your body's like, hello, and then you're like, I'll just go to the gym and have a workout because that'll solve everything. Yeah, mentally it does, and it really helps, but then you're not going to get results, and then your body's like, hello, and in the end your body's just going to go, and shut down, because it's just like, well, I've had enough. You're not listening to me. So, and that's when people get ill, because they start to train more, and then they're not putting the right stuff in, and they're taking too much out, and then the body's like, okay, well, if you're not going to listen to me when I've told you, I've tried to tell you all these things, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make you ill now, and then maybe then you'll listen. Because the body's a smart little machine, and it really does, and I am first-hand experience can tell you that it does that. The body is always trying to tell us stuff, and it gives us the physical symptoms, and it's not always, when we get a physical symptom, it isn't always related to a physical thing. It can also be related to an emotional thing, and it's thought, well, the only way I can get your attention is by to send you some pain, so that's what I'm going to do. So if you are going the gym and you are not seeing results, now there could be a number of reasons. You could be eating really well and looking after yourself, but the program just might not be right for you. But if you are going the gym and you are training hard, but you're not getting results, or you're not getting the abs, please have a look at other areas of your life. Please start to look at your diet, and what you think is healthy might not be healthy. There's all this like, oh, look at me, I'm low fat. Okay, look at low fat, chemical shitstorm. I'm sorry, but it is. If it's low fat and it's low this, they've put something in that to make that taste good. They've piled it with sugar, with all kinds of chemicals that probably shouldn't be in there, because if they've took the flavour out of it, then it's just going to be, I might as well eat that piece of paper. So think of it like that. What have they took out, but then what have they put in? So have a look at your diet firstly. So as I said, if you make a food diary, if anyone's like thinking, well, what am I going to do when I've made it, feel free to send it over to me. I am going to put my email address in these comments under here, so feel free to send it over to me. I'll have a little look at it. Like, I'm not an expert, I'm not a nutritionist, that's not what I'm saying, but I know enough, and I've been in this industry for 13 years now, and I work with clients and get to know the diet a little bit. So send it over to me, I can have a little look. It might just be a few tweaks. If you feel a little bit stressed out, that could be part of it as well. And if you want someone to talk to, again, that's what I'm here for. Send me a message if anyone's feeling stressed out. If you think that it might be hormonal, again, send me a message. I can point you in the direction of someone. If you feel that you're not getting enough sleep and you don't know how to, and you want to know how to get good quality sleep, again, send me a message. If there's any of these things that you're thinking, oh my God, actually that's like resonated with me, and shit, didn't think of that. Oh, well, I don't really know where to start, and like, it's easy you saying it. Well, yeah, well, send me a message then, or comment below, or email me, whatever you want to do, and I can help you. Because, you know, it's okay to ask for help, and it's okay to admit that, like, yeah, actually what you've just said is me. But if you're just thinking, well, she's just chatting shit, then, well, that's fine as well, because I know I'm not. But I know some people don't like to hear the truth, and like the home truths of like, that's what it is. But honestly, I do these lives to hopefully help someone. Like Laura's commented, hopefully, like, I'm so glad I've been able to help. That's why I do them. I don't do them to wind someone up or to go, oh, and do who I can rile this week. I'm doing it to hopefully give some help. And I see it all the time, and I see people in the gym like beasting themselves, and I see them week after week, and I'm like, they're not changing. Okay, all right, I'm not Wonder Woman, I'm not like in the best shape myself, but I watch what I eat and I train hard. And it's like in a car, like if you've got a petrol car and you put diesel in your car, okay, yeah, it's probably going to go for a bit, but I can guarantee you that car's going to break down and you're going to like destroy the engine. That's exactly what you're doing to your body. So say like you're putting the shit in your body, okay, it'll keep going, and you'll probably be on sugar highs and caffeine highs, but eventually your body's going to stop, and it's going to be like, I don't want this in me anymore. And you'll either get ill, or or as I said, the hormones will be out of whack and things like that, and that's how it's going to get. So it's looking at the bigger picture and not just saying, well, it's not working, I'm going to that class, I'm not going to that class anymore, it's crap because it's not working, I'm not going to that training anymore because they're not working. Well, are you doing everything else they're asking you to? Oh no, I'm doing it now, you know, I'm doing it. Oh, Laura, please send me a message once this live's over. Feel free to message me, I really want to help you. So yes, health is wealth at the end of the day. So I've got 10% battery, so let me just plug my phone in. Taking you on a pure journey into my office here, because I know this is going to go off, and I know I'm not going to stop ranting. So yeah, is that going on? Yeah. So health is wealth. So if you look after your health from the inside, it will show on the outside. So you can go to the gym as much as you want and you can get this outside aesthetically the way you want it, but if the inside is still feeling like crap as well, the outside, it's never going to happen. So it's all these little things like, oh, I don't really want to look at my diet, and it shocks some people when they have to actually write down what they're taking in, and you're like, oh my god, didn't realise I had like 3 Snickers yesterday. Or I was on the run, so I just grabbed a sandwich on the garage, and then, well, it was a meal deal, so I got a packet of crisp, and I thought I'd pick up a can of Coke as well. Okay, so, and that's probably got more calories in it than as well, even though it's not all about calories, but it's got that in it, all the sugar, the bad fats in it and stuff like that, when it's just looking a little bit deeper. So keep that food diary. I also recommend keeping food and mood diaries as well, because there's certain foods that can trigger certain moods in people. So there's certain foods that just don't agree with me. I don't say I'll probably just get hungry more than anything, but there'll be a certain food that might just be giving you a bit of jib, and you're just like, oh, I wonder why I keep feeling like this. So make a note of it. If you eat a certain food and then you have a certain reaction, or you feel a certain way about it, make a note of it and maybe like cut it out your diet and see how that works. That's just like a little thing. But yeah, as I said, if you want to keep them food diaries, send them over to me. If you want to speak to me about anything, obviously I've done this on my fitness page, but I have got another page where I do like holistics, where I do Reiki and crystal healing and stuff like that. So if anyone wants to get in touch about any energy work as well, obviously I'm not going to go out into that on here, but just thought I'd put it. But please look at the bigger picture. Please see it as a jigsaw, that it's not just a one size fits all as well. Obviously there's the basic principles that we all have to follow, but remember, we're all different and we're all individual. And it's fine to do what your mate's doing, but just because it works for them doesn't mean it's going to work for you as well. So while I'm waffling on, has anyone got any questions as well? Because I think I've waffled on for a while now, probably for about over 15 minutes. So I just wondered if anyone had any questions. If you disagree with what I'm talking about, obviously feel free to just put underneath, well, I don't agree with that, and we'll have a discussion about it. If you agree with it, let me know. If you've got any questions about what I've been saying, like, that's what I'm here for. So please let me know. I'm just gonna have a little bit of me drink. I've got to hold my phone because it's on charge. I've got it a ginger and turmeric tea. So I haven't had a proper cup of today. And yeah. So please, if there's any questions, that's what I'm here for. Like, ask away. But as I've always saying, if you're wanting to get results, it's not all about the exercise. Exercise is probably like the last thing you want to be looking at. What I always say as well, it's like say this is like your stress glass. And everything in life is a stress. Now, you can have good stress and bad stress. And what you do is you keep adding. Let me just, where can I put it? You keep adding to the stress glass, and little bits go in, little bits go in. And every time you add something, it fills up. And eventually, it's going to get that filled up, that it's going to overflow. So if you're adding, like, exercise is a stress. Everything that we do in life's a stress. It can be a good stress or a bad stress, and exercise is a stress. So if all your other shit's going on and that's stressing you out, and then you're like, well, I'm just going to go and exercise, and you've added that into your body as well, that can cause like injuries. It can make people ill. So exercise is not always the answer. I'm not saying it's not the answer, but it's not always the answer. So please, if anyone's got any questions, if you're just joining me, please watch it on the replay. I've been talking for like over 15 minutes now, but you know, love to talk and that. But exercise is just part of the puzzle. There's so much more. You've got to look at your nutrition. You've got to look at your hormones. You've got to look at your stress levels. You've got to look at your sleep quality. You've got to look at your work-life balance. There's so much to look at, rather than just, well, I'm just going to go and beast myself in the gym and then that's that. So that is the way to, and it's not just about getting abs, even though that's what this was meant to be about. It's about exercise in general. So if anyone's got any questions, or they're not sure about what I'm talking about, or they're like, well, I don't really get that, well, how does this work then? Please post them below. If you don't want to post them in public and you're a bit like, well, I don't want anyone to really see what I'm saying, send me a message and I'll answer them. If you're just joining us, feel free to go back to the beginning of the video as well. But we're talking about how, like, exercise isn't always the answer, and how you don't always get abs, and not just going to the gym and beasting yourself and doing loads of sit-ups and planks, and then going for runs, and if I do that every day, then I'm definitely going to get abs. Okay, but what about if you've got like a layer of like body fat over that? Or what if like your stress hormones are that high that your body is clinging onto fat because it's gone into fight or flight response, and then you're just going, well, I'm just going to stress my body out a bit more, I'm just going to do a few more sit-ups, and then when I don't get the results, what I'll do is I'll fume at myself, and I'll get a cob on, and then what that'll do is my stress hormone will go higher and I'll get more stressed out. So then what I'll do is I'll probably eat shit and have some chocolate, and then I'll probably have a drink, and then I'll regret it, so I'll beat myself up about it, and then I won't sleep very well because I haven't ate very well. And then I think, well, I'll get up and go to the gym and burn that off, and then I'll feel bad. And then can you see how it's just a vicious circle? Like everything links into each other and it goes and goes and goes. So I'm going to go. I'm going to finish this live. But please, if you joined us halfway through, really, I recommend you going back and watching it. It is about nearly 20 minutes long. And if you watch it and you're like, oh my God, I need to ask you something, message me anytime on here. I'm going to put my email address underneath the thing. If anyone needs any help, if anyone wants to do that food diary and want to send it over to me and let me have a quick look at it, that's what I'm here for. So please go and watch it. Again, if there's any questions, even if you disagree with something, come and tell me you don't agree with me then, because I know I'm right. I'm an only child, I'm always right. What do you want? Have yourself a merry little Christmas just come on by Frank Sinatra, so cheers to that. So yes, that's all I've got to say. I'm going to leave you all in peace now. But thank you so much for everyone who came on. Thank you for the questions, for the comments. And if, as I said, if you don't want to comment like on while this is on and you want to send me a message a bit later on, feel free to send me a message. But if you joined us late, go back and watch it from the beginning because it'll all make sense. If I can be any help to anyone, please feel free to message me, send me emails, and I'm always happy to help. But I hope it's been helpful for people anyway, and I hope it opens people's eyes to that there's a bigger picture out there. So I'm going to leave everyone now. I'm going to go and enjoy my cup of tea and get a bath, because if only it was smell-o-vision. And then I'm going to go to bed because I'm tired. So I'm going to get some quality sleep after me quality food. Although I know you probably won't count this as quality food. But I did have, oh my God, I've spilled it. I did have salmon and broccoli and sweet potato when I got home. And then I'm going to have a nice bath. I'm going to have some self-care and get in bed. That's what I'm going to do. So again, thank you everyone for coming on and watching tonight. I really appreciate it. Questions, comments, leave them.